People say it's difficult. When you're young, you really have no idea how difficult. I know people, a lot of people as they get older have loved ones in a nursing home or loved ones with dementia, as my mom has, or, you know, some disease or another. And really people just don't, as you get older you encounter that type of situation and you can more appreciate what other people are going through. Now this has been going on for about 6 or 7 years with my mom, more or less, and it is something that is tremendously difficult to put into words, because there's so many little things, little details of miseries, little miseries that happen throughout each visit, little details of difficulties. And when I step away and when I'm away for a while, I think, oh, that's not so difficult. But just things that would just sound so, it makes me sound like a wuss to say just negotiating a curb. I took my mom outside her facility and in the neighborhood around the back of her facility, which I had done before in the past. I just wanted her to see the Christmas scene. You know, there's Christmas lights, there's some decorations in the neighborhood. It's kind of getting dark, and so I figured some people might be turning on their lights by now and stuff, which is the case. But for one thing, my mom doesn't focus. She doesn't, her eyes don't, you don't know what they're tracking, you know. Her eyes are never, it's almost like she's always looking skyward. I know some would say Godward. She doesn't ever look straight, or it's very rare that she looks straight at you, or straight at anything. If you point to something, no, she's not going to look at that thing. So I take her to all these things, these houses, and I point out, look Mom, there's an animatronic family of reindeers here in front of this family's home. The lights, you see that? And I look at her, and of course she doesn't see it. Her eyes are like this, and the reindeers are down here where her eyes should be like this. And I try and maneuver her. She took a tumble a few minutes ago. I think we had a laugh about it. I think because she chuckled a little. I don't know if she was chuckling about that, or if she knew that that's what we were laughing at, or what. But I mean, she went down, and I caught her, but you know, she still, you know, hit the grass. And then we got up and left there and got to the end of the corner, and then I realized that her pants were down. I didn't even realize. It must have happened when she fell, and so we're in the middle of the street pulling those up, and then we go across the street, and I'm thinking, okay, now the only way to get back in this facility is to go all the way around the block again, but instead I'm thinking, you know, I'll call, I have their number, I'll call the facility, see if they'll transfer me to someone in her section of the facility where they can open the back gate. So I try that, but they say that they transfer me, but no one answers. They say that they're having difficulty reaching that section. So we're out in the back, and there's a curb, you know, it's like, you know, it's about a foot high, and I'm trying to figure out how am I going to get her to go over it. I mean, she doesn't step up, she doesn't lift her legs, and try and get her to go, come on, Mom. I like try and get like almost a racing start, like a running, but it's not really, it's just, I'm just trying to get her with my voice. Come on, Mom, let's go, let's go. And of course, she's not lifting, so she starts to go forward. Well, you know, this time I'm right in front of her to catch her. So finally I thought, oh, you know, I'll try and lift her. And, you know, I did. But then we get to the next set of steps, and the gate's there, and there's 2 large steps. So opening the gate, though, see, I lift her up to the, you know, up the 2 steps to where she needs to be, so that I can open the door. But there's a new problem, because I try and open the gate. Oh, because I found out that my key opens that gate, so I try and open so I open the gate, but see, now she's in the way, and there's a little area there. So now I had to bring her back down the steps, and at that point I'm losing my balance, and she's losing hers, and someone's screaming in there. Oh boy. This might not sound like a big deal. It might just sound, oh, come on, get over it, you know. But you add up all the things like that take course throughout the course of a visit. And not only is it emotionally exhausting, but it gets to be physically exhausting as well. I know I sound like a wuss. I think mostly it's just emotionally takes its toll. Because you're thinking of all those things, and you're trying to think several steps ahead. We're going to be here next. We're going to have to do this. We're going to do that. If we're going to get there, and we want to make sure that she's warm enough. And now it's taking forever to get to this place. And getting back now, is that going to take too long? I don't want to get cold. So I'm thinking all those things. That was one of the reasons I was hoping just to be able to get through this gate. Oh, speaking of the gate's right there. And I don't actually, like I say, I can't get out this gate. No, the key doesn't go out. That's why I thought I probably can't get back in. But for whatever reason, that key works coming in from the outside. You just can't go out it. So to go out, we went to the front of the facility, which itself takes a long time, and then we went out the front and walked around the block, and, you know, at a very, very slow pace, you know, because my mom's footing is not very good. All in all, I question whether I'm doing this for myself more than her, because I don't know if every step is a torturous step. I really don't think it is. I'm just, if I did, then if I had any doubt, there's no way I'd take her. But there's still a small part of me that goes, okay, well, how many steps is too many steps for her? How many steps am I just like now just dragging her? Is she enjoying this? Is she getting any pleasure out of this, or is she just, you know, like miserable? Oh, God. I think it's gonna rain now. Yeah, I think it's gonna rain. Anyway, I think I'm gonna head back in. Ay, ay, ay.